There's nothing better than curling up with a good book and sitting in front of the fire on winter evenings. Hello, friends and fellow bibliophiles, and welcome back to Kat's Novel Adventures. I think Leo Sayers onto something with that quote because I can't think of anything better on a cold winter evening than curling up with a good book under a cozy blanket near a fire. And can you believe it? We are actually about to enter the winter season. It's hard to believe, but I am ready for it. And today I want to share some of my winter plans with you. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Can you tell I'm excited? I am looking forward to this holiday season and celebrating Christmas. There will be plenty of reading, movie watching, and activities galore to make my December festive and fun. And I want to mention, first of all, that Lindsay Jonas at It's a Charmin' Life has released a video featuring their new vintage Christmas postcard with 10 retro ideas to celebrate the nostalgic traditions of an old-fashioned Christmas. And I'm excited because I received my postcard in the mail from Lindsay Jonas, and I will definitely be incorporating all 10 of these activities in my December plans. I would highly recommend watching their video, as it not only includes the 10 ideas mentioned on this bucket list, but also includes the origins of Christmas, trimming the tree, caroling, and much more. I've left a link to their channel as well as to their video in the description box below. So since I'm talking about a vintage Christmas, one of the 2 readathons that I will be participating in throughout the month of December is called a Very Vintage Christmas Readathon. It is hosted by my friend Mitzi at Mitzi Reads and Writes. This is a month-long readathon starting on December 1st and going all the way through till December 31st. There are 8 prompts plus a group read, which is Miracle on 34th Street by Valentine Davies. What's great about this readathon is that even though it is vintage Christmas inspired, Mitzi says you can read anything contemporary as long as it has some of these vintage Christmas elements in it. My hope is to get at least one bingo, and I have chosen 3 books that I would love to read for this readathon. And for the prompt of A Christmas Wedding, I chose a romance called A Christmas Truce by my friend Emma Bennett. Very excited to finally get to read this book. It was published last Christmas, didn't get to it, so this one is a priority this December. And then for the prompt of gift giving, I have chosen The Christmas Pig by J.K. Rowling and illustrated by Jim Field. It has gifts on the cover, so that will count for that prompt. And then for the prompt of Old-Fashioned Christmas, Mitzi mentioned this book, and that is 450 from Paddington by Agatha Christie. And it's to have an old-fashioned element to the cover, which maybe, that kind of could count, I guess. But funnily enough, Mitzi recommended this book to me for my Year of Christie project, and I did not get to it last year, so it made its way onto my Year of Christie 2.0 list. So I'm hoping I'll get to it this season, only because it will be my first Miss Marple novel. And of course, I want to finish my project as well. So I have been team Hercule Poirot. I have read some short stories with Miss Marple in it, but never a full-length novel. So we'll see if I'm still team Poirot after I read this one. And then I do have 2 short story collections that I might be able to read a story to fit some of the other prompts. And the first collection is called Murder for Christmas. And the second collection is called Charles Dickens' Christmas Stories, a Classic Collection for Yuletide. And y'all know me, I'm sure I could find a picture book or two. Last but certainly not least, I will be watching The Muppet Christmas Carol at the Columbia Theater for the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer prompt, which is to watch any movie adaptation. I am so excited because I usually watch or read A Christmas Carol every Christmas. And so it was perfect that the Columbia Theater in Hammond is hosting it. They're also having some festivities in the lobby about an hour before the movie, and I will be joined by my dad and my hubby. So I think it's going to be so much fun, and I'm looking forward to it. The other readathon that I'll be participating in is Holiday Hell, hosted by my friend Kelsi at Slime and Slashers. This is also a month-long event which includes prompts for reading, watching, and activities. By the end of the event, you'll find out if you are Team Santa or Team Krampus. There will be watch parties and reading and crafting sprints, as well as weekly Instagram prompts. I will be hosting holiday hellathon sprints on my channel throughout December, and I have left links to Kelsi's announcement video as well as to her Discord in the event you would love to participate with us. So all of the books that I am reading for Mitzi's readathon, I can count for Kelsi's readathon as well. And I'm sure you can guess that they will count for Team Santa's prompts. But I have two books that will not fit Mitzi's readathon, but could count for Kelsi's. And I think that they're going to be a lot of fun to read. And the first one is Stanley's Christmas Adventure by Jeff Brown. Can Stanley save Christmas? And then the other one is an advent calendar in book form. This was sent to me by my friend Nicole Christian, and I'm very, very excited. I received it a couple of days ago. It is called You'll Do Nicely, I think by Rise Hughes. I have never heard of a book that is an advent calendar, so I'm very curious about it. And there's a little blurb at the beginning of the book that kind of explains it. It says, the following fictions have been assembled in their present form in order to celebrate the festive season. They include work from the span of the past quarter century. The first 24 tales form a sort of advent calendar from December 1st to the 24th. Then it is Christmas Day and time for the stocking and the 28 little tales inside. So I'm very excited to begin this on December 1st. Thank you so much again, Nicole, for sending me this lovely gift. You have brought me some Christmas joy, and I appreciate it. So what about Team Krampus prompts? Well, I have a soft spot for Krampus, so I have a pile of possibilities, and hopefully I can get to most of them, if not all of them. And the first book is Krampus the Yule Lord by Bram. I read Slewfoot at the beginning of this year and loved it, so I'm hoping that I will love this one as well. And the next one is Michael Dougherty presents Krampus, Shadow of St. Nicholas. This is a graphic novel, and it has 3 stories that kind of expand the universe of the movie Krampus, which I loved. And then another Krampus book is a picture book called Krampus, A Holiday Message by Johnny DePalma and illustrated by Kyle Brown. Children, lovelies, listen here. Perhaps this hasn't been your year. These first 3 books were gifted to me by Kelsi. She knows how much I love Krampus. And then I have a collection of short stories. It is called The Fright Before Christmas, Surviving Krampus and Other Yuletide Monsters. It's actually nonfiction, so I'm looking forward to be able to read these throughout the month of December. And then I have another novel that is Krampus related. It's called Lucky Girl, How I Became a Horror Writer, a Krampus story by M. Rickert. And this one is about Ro, a struggling writer, knows all too well the pain and solitude that holiday festivities can awaken when she meets 4 people at the local diner, all of them strangers and as lonely as Ro is. she invites them to an impromptu Christmas dinner, and when that party seems in danger of an early end, she suggests they each tell a ghost story, one that's seasonally appropriate. But Ro will come to learn that the horrors hidden in a Christmas tale or one's past can never be tamed once unleashed. That one sounds really good, and it's very short, so I have a good chance of getting to this one during December. And then the next one, it was also gifted to me by Kelsi, and it is one of my favorite things to talk about, which is zombies. And it's called I Saw Zombies Eating Santa Claus. It's a Breather's Christmas Carol by S.G. Brown. I will actually be buddy reading this with my friend Zelda. And then last but not least, I am reading the second book in the House of Shiver series by R.L. Stine, and this one is called Goblin Monday. And if for some reason I don't get to it in December, I can carry it over into January. And if I can't get to it in January, I can always carry it over into February because it does have some goblins, elves, and trolls in it. So very excited about all of the books that I have chosen. And it doesn't mean that I won't add something else to my pile of possibilities before the month is out. I will be watching plenty of movies for holiday hell. I actually have two lists. I have a nice list which has more traditional holiday films. Of those 12 movies, 4 of them are rewatches. I always watch Love Actually during the month of December. I will also be rewatching Edward Scissorhands, The Muppet Christmas Carol, and Die Hard. As far as my naughty list, I have 12 holiday horror movies on that list. Only one of them is a rewatch, and that is Black Christmas from 1974. And I am looking forward to Troll Hunter because it is by the same director who directed Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And I watched that film for my October movie marathon. So I'm looking forward to seeing if Troll Hunter is as good as Scary Stories. And I want to let you know that I already did get a jump start on my films, at least my naughty list. I did watch Thanksgiving with Patrick Dempsey on Thanksgiving evening, and I really enjoyed it. And I did watch a mini series a couple of days before Thanksgiving. It's not a movie, it was a mini series on Netflix called Elves, but it took place around the Christmas season, and I thought it was pretty good. So Kelsi and I will have a live discussion on her channel sometime after the holiday season, and we will discuss the movies that we had in common. So that's everything that I'm going to be getting up to for Holiday Hell. I want to mention I have 3 books that I'll be reading for book clubs in December. For the Cozy Cottage Book Club, their December pick is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. For the FOMO Book Club, their November-December pick is Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. And for the Bookworm Club that I run with my friend Alex at Frank Fiction, our November-December pick is Devolution by Max Brooks. We will have our live discussion on Alex's channel on Thursday, December the 19th at 7 p.m. Central Time. I hope that if you have read Devolution in the past or are currently reading it along with us, that you will join us for that discussion. We also have a Discord, my Discord, Cat's Novel Adventures, where I have a channel where you can discuss Devolution if you want to add any of your thoughts in there as well. And talking about book clubs, Alex and I will be announcing our 2nd season of the Bookworm Club at the beginning of December. So we're very excited because we will have 6 new selections for 2025. So be on the lookout for that video if you want to join us for any of the selections that we have chosen. Happy New Year! Yes, January 2025. I am looking forward to the new year, a blank slate, and all the opportunities, possibilities, and adventures that I'm going to try to get up to. I'm already planning, and it's very exciting. I also have a birthday in January, and so does Kelsi. So I look forward to Kelsi and I celebrating each other. And I will be announcing my happiness trifecta. That was created by Gretchen Rubin of the Happiness Project. And it will include my one-word theme for the year, as well as my 25 for 2025 list that has my aims for the year, some bookish, some not. And then there's always some kind of a challenge that Gretchen and her sister come up with. This past year was all about writing more. And then I will also share some of my bookish projects that I want to get up to throughout the year. But yeah, very excited about January 2025. Now, as of this moment, I am only participating in 2 readathons. And the first one is Winterween, which is hosted by Gabby at Gabby Reads. This is a week-long reading event that takes place from January 10th through January 16th. There are 5 prompts, which I think are pretty flexible. This is my second year participating, and I am very excited. I ordered my t-shirt, and it has already come in. It has got the cutest design. Look how precious, precious, precious. I also ordered stickers for the first time, so I might get up to some book journaling this year. Who knows? Possibly. But I'm very excited about the stickers. I'm still waiting for those to come in. And I plan on vlogging my week. I always enjoy vlogging my week for Winterween and Summerween. And I only have 1 book picked out so far, and that is for the prompt of reading a manga. And I'm going to read volume 3 of Demon Slayer. Really enjoying myself with this series. I am also in the process of choosing my other books for my Winterween TBR. The other readathon that I'll be participating in is my own. This will be the second year that I am hosting Nevermore, a week with Edgar Allan Poe. I will be releasing an announcement video sometime in December. It will start on Poe's birthday, January the 19th, and run through Saturday, January the 25th. I will be joined again by my friend Jen at Literary Love 123 for the live discussion of our group read. I really hope if you are a fan of Edgar Allan Poe as much as I am, that you'll consider joining me in January. There is so much to love about February, and one of the things I love is reading folklore. Yes, I will be hosting Folklore February again. This will be the 3rd year for this readathon that takes place the whole month of February, and the focus is to read folk tales, fairy tales, fables, legends, myths, tall tales, or any genre that incorporates folkloric elements. Folklore February also includes watching TV shows or movies and doing activities related to folklore. Plus, I will be hosting sprints for Folklore February, which I really enjoy. I am in the process of cementing the 4 words for Folklore February 2025. I really do think the 4 words worked out really well for this past February. Really, it's about exploring folklore. So be on the lookout for my announcement video sometime in January. Well, friends, those are some of my plans for the winter season. I know it's early and activities and other readathons may crop up. There are 3 readathons that I participated in January and February of 2024, that if they happen again in January and February of 2025, I will participate in them. And that is the Mardi Gras Readathon, hosted by my friend Laurie at Books, Ink, and Paper. The Garb August abbreviated version in February, hosted by Olly at Criminale. And also the Laura Ingalls Wilder Readathon, that is held for a week in February, hosted by Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books. What about you? Do you have any plans for the winter season? If so, let me know in the comments below, because I might be interested in doing something that you're doing in the winter time. I always love to have some kind of activity going on throughout the winter because it is such a dreary, gloomy time. It gets dark early. It's cold. It's when I just want to hibernate. So if I have something fun to do, it is quite the happiness boost. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you watching. And until our paths cross again, stay amazing and be adventurous.